shoot
This is a
things.
full-word triple D
Scared
connection.
money never made shit.
Leave out on the track.
In these streets, fuck around and lose your life.
My niggas hustling, so you know we fighting.
Bitch got a body on her, and my pistol got a body on it, got the drugs and everybody want it.
Reallyfe Street Stars, we in here with D-Money Global. What it is, bro?
What's going on, man?
Chillin'. Where you from?
I'm from Fort Worth, the southwest side to be exact. Born and raised.
How long you been DJing?
Now I would have to say 11 years total. I started when I was 14. I'm 25 now.
What's the best thing you like about DJing?
Man, I like feeding off the crowd's energy because I've seen a crowd be dead at a point in time, and just one song, just because it had like a certain 808 or a sound, can make the crowd just turn all the way up. And I feed off of that. I thrive off of that. It's kind of like putting a kid in like a toy store, man. Like that shit just turns me up.
What's the craziest thing that happened to you in the DJ booth?
In the DJ booth, probably my first party, man. Niggas was getting too turned up by the DJ booth, and they almost broke the table and knocked my mixer off the table. You know what I'm saying? That was my first experience as a DJ, so I'm like, am I really built for this shit? You know what I'm saying? So.
It's real. Man, what do you feel about, when you put on a song and some niggas start twerking to your shit, man? do you turn up? Do you keep it going, or you turn that shit off?
Hey man, if the females twerking, I'm gonna keep it going, man. I'm gonna just ignore the niggas twerking. I'm gonna let them do their thing. But if the females moving, man, we gonna keep it running.
Yeah, it's real, man. So the name DJ D-Money Global, man. How'd you get that name, man?
Well, because I got the name D-Money when I was younger, and we all know it's a million people named D-Money. Right. So I was just always trying to think of a way to separate myself, and the main goal in my life is to go global. So I'm just like DJ D-Money Global, and it just had like a funny ring to it. So I just kind of ran with it, had it as my Twitter name, and people just started like identifying me as it.
And have you took your services outside of Fort Worth at all, or?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, let us know about some places you've been to.
Mainly, I've been to Nacogdoches, of course. I actually lived in San Angelo for a couple years. So that West Texas market, has done a lot for me. Abilene, Odessa. Haven't been to Midland yet. And where else have I been? Denton, of course. So yeah.
So being a DJ and getting to touch different crowds, other than hip hop, like EDM, have you ever had any interest in doing anything like that?
Oh yeah, definitely. The EDM world is really different, but I like the sound of it because the sounds that they like to use causes like a different reaction to, people in the crowd. Mainly like, I don't want to just sound racist or nothing, but like the white people, of course. But I love that shit too, though. It has a different type of energy to it. So.
Yeah, can you touch on the Fort Worth scene a little bit? I know in Dallas, one of the biggest complaints they say is that we don't stick together out here. But in the Fort Worth, from our perspective, it looks like they do. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, besides, the minor beefs that everybody know about, I feel like, Fort Worth has really been coming together, especially like what Solo Lucci just did recently. You know what I'm saying? He got the feature on the Chris Brown album, and then he came back home and gave Half Pint, a video. And, me and my homie was talking about it. I'm like, that's a good look for Half Pint because Chris Brown's video, The Wrist with Solo Lucci, is going to come up in the related video. So I feel like they're going to feed views off each other. So, that's sticking together. I feel like he paying homage to where he from for sure.
Coming on from Fort Worth, who's your favorite Dallas artist?
Dallas artist? I probably have to say, oh, man. I'm going to say Tum Tum.
What you feel about the Dallas music scene?
Man, I like the Dallas music scene, man. I ain't gonna lie. Cause I grew up listening to Dirty South Riders, Tum Tum, Big Tut.
Shout out to DSR.
Of course, Lil Ronnie Mother F, that's the homie too. He's been doing this thing. Fat Pimp's grinding. You know, I think everybody in Dallas pretty much doing their thing.
What's up? It seems that you make beats too, right?
Yes, sir.
What beats have you done for people?
I've done a couple records for Ronnie, a couple records for DJ Chose, a couple records for T Wayne, of course T Real and Teflon back in the day. Shouts out to them, and yeah, that's about it. Myself, you know.
Oh yeah, y'all you doing the rapping too, huh?
Yeah, a little something.
Do you like what do you like doing more, DJing, making beats, or actually getting behind the booth and spin on that mic?
I had to say DJing because that was my first love out of all three.
That's real.
I like controlling the crowd. I like, you know, becoming a puppet master.
So what's going on in Dallas right now is it's a lot of talk between artists and DJs as far as DJs not breaking artists out here, and you know DJs having the power and kind of blocking artists in Dallas to blow and kind of showing more love to those from out of town. What's your take on that, just in general?
Man, I did see that. Me talking about that list.
Yeah,
list.
You seen that list, that
Yeah,
boycott list?
Yeah, man.
And are you glad you ain't on it?
Man, I'm glad, but you know, I mean, shout out to DJ Q too,
I want to
man.
be on the list though, man. I want to get boycotted. I mean, you making some moves.
I seen they had put my boy DJ Q on there, man.
Yeah,
Shout out to Q, but
man. Real
I don't
talk.
know, man. Like I've been seeing Q DJ for years, and that's one of the DJs. You know what I'm saying? I've seen break records that niggas wasn't playing. You know,
I've seen DJ Q break records, man. I've listened to him break records, so
yeah. And as far as you know, the artist being mad, I mean, you know, coming from a DJ perspective, I mean, you just got to be out there grinding, you know, working. If your music trash, you can't respect. I mean, you got to respect that a DJ, you know, is keeping it real with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to play no trash shit that's gonna empty out the dance floor. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get so much hassle for that. So I would just say, hey, artists, you just got to keep putting in that work. You got to make the DJs play you, not, you know, look for a handout. It ain't that easy.
Have you ever had to deal with one of those disgruntled artists?
What you mean?
Like an artist that wanted to get his music played, but he trash, and you just like,
Yeah, man, all the time. It's a part of the game, man. I've had plenty of those.
what's some niggas' names?
Unknown.
I know. So, if a particular artist comes to you and once you play their music and you listen to it, you don't feel it, do you tell them that they trash, or do you know, be like, you know, it just doesn't fit into my mix? How do you tell an artist politely that they trash?
Well, I try not to be, because I could be an asshole, man. But I try not to be that much of an asshole about it. I at least try to help them out to at least, you know, if I see like, if I think like a line or something is whack, I tell them something about that, or you know, I just try to tell them what they can do to make it better versus just telling them it's trash and leaving them out in the wild. You know what I'm saying?
How do you know when a song is a hit?
The way it makes me feel the first time. If I have to replay it like 2, 3, maybe even 4 times, then I know that it's just gonna bang in the club and people gonna love it.
You ever dealt with an artist you thought was trash and then all of a sudden he surprised you with a hit?
Yes.
how did you feel afterwards, man? Because that's you vouching for.
Man,
well, every artist could grow, I guess.
Man, and one of my homies put me on this artist. Man, I just told him, I was like, man, you was right. I got to take that. Because when he was trash, I was telling him, like, man, why'd you bring this dude to me, man? This dude is terrible. And then, like, you know, years later, he's shining, doing this thing. So I'm like, all right, I'll take that.
Real talk, man. So, hey, you DJing, man. Everybody standing against the wall, man. What top 3 records you playing to get everybody off that wall, man? So I turn it on, man.
Right now?
Right now. Today.
I'm going to play Young Thug, Deep in the Night.
Hey.
Let me see. I'm gonna play DJ Chose Everywhere I Go.
Okay, that's interesting.
And one more. Let me think of a good record, man. Let me say, I'm gonna say Young Thug, Pull Up on the Kid.
So you just got fired from your job. What song you gonna play on the way home?
Say that one more time.
You just got fired from your job. What song you playing on the way home?
If I just got fired, let me see. I'm gonna play Wicked by Future.
So you have a mixtape out right now. It's DJ D Money Global. Tell us about your mixtape and what can we expect from that?
Well, that mixtape, I put it together around the time when I DJ'd the Kevin Gates show, so I kind of had something to promote myself while I was out there. So I put it together just enough to get by, but it's kind of like, I would say, a promo CD. Like, I tried to grab artists from, like, Atlanta, whether they kind of, got buzz or not. Of course, artists from out here in this area. And I just really just try to, like, branch around and get creative with the song selection that I chose.
I know being a DJ, you've met a lot of artists that are already on. Have you ever met an artist that you thought that was going to be one way and they wasn't?
As far as, like, personally or?
Yeah, like, just, you thought they might been bougie or Hollywood and they was cool, or the reverse of that?
Ah, yeah. A couple of them, man. A couple of them.
You say their name?
Nah, man.
So, you leaving the club, you see a Fort Worth chick and a Dallas chick. They both want to turn your tables. Which one do you let turn your tables?
Funky Town all day.
Wait a minute. So on record, DJ D Money Global is saying that Fort Worth chicks are better than Dallas?
Well, I'm from the funk, man, so
you don't know about no Dallas chick, do you?
I know about them. My girl actually a Dallas chick, man.
Hey, that's real, man.
So.
Shout out to your girl, goddammit. Hey, man, outside of music, DJing, what else, or of course, let's say you being an artist and also engineering, just outside of music, what else would you want to see yourself do? If anything you could do, you know what I'm saying, no matter the cost, whatever.
Own a business, own a corporation.
Any kind of business you
man, I've always wanted to, like, own a bar. Not necessarily a club because people are so fickle. You know what I'm saying? They'll come rock with you for about a month straight, but then they'll fall off and they'll be on to the next. With a bar, you ain't just gonna get black people, you gonna get all races, and then everybody gonna want to drink every weekend or random times throughout the week. So that's probably like one of my top businesses I want to own.
What advice would you give an up and coming DJ?
Just tell them to keep pushing. Times ain't always gonna be popping and fast. When times get slow, use those times to sharpen up your craft.
Also, what advice would you give an up-and-coming artist, not just approaching DJs, but just as far as regarding their craft?
Invest in yourself, off top. If you recording in the closet all right, let me not say that because I know some people that actually record, in a closet and it sounds A1. But just be sure you have your quality on point. If you not A1 with mixing, invest to get you an audio engineer that'll mix it for you. You know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about the game being watered down with people who think that DJs just because they got a MacBook?
I get mad, man. It pisses me off because I started DJing in 2006, 2007, and it was just, so hard to get in. Like during the era I started, you had to use CDs. So most of these people with laptops, MacBooks, they don't even understand. They just put a song on, fade it out, press play. Most of them be on virtual DJ, especially at some of these shows, man. I'm like, I don't hear none of these DJs mixing. Well, let me not say none of them, but the shows that I have went to, they're not really mixing together right. So I just feel like people are just like making the craft be looked at like it's just a sport for everyone when it's really not.
And you said you come from the days where you actually had to have CDs, man. What your CD game look like, man? What your book look like?
Man, I got so many CDs. I probably find old CDs at least every month whenever I just go through my closet. I'm like, oh, I still got this CD.
That's real talk, man. You gotta hold it down. So, Hey, quick question. Bill Cosby, man, he walk in your club, man. What song you playing to turn him up, man?
Man, I don't even know, man. Shout out to
Nah. You gotta know what song. You a DJ, you gotta work. What song you turning on when Bill Cosby walk in?
All right, Bill Cosby come in. I'm probably gonna play the OJs for the love of money.
For the love of money. Shout out to the OJs.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it's real, man. Hey, what do you feel about Bill Cosby, man, on that whole little issue he got, man? You got any Anything to speak on that?
Man, I did. Tell me if this is true. Did he beat the case?
Yeah,
beat
I
the
think he
case?
beat the case. I don't think they had too much on him.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, when I first heard it, man, I didn't want to believe it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, Bill, but
Bill. Anybody but Bill.
yeah, but you know.
But, man, that's real. That's real. When it comes to as far as like you said, DJs that's out there, you know, working off of, you know, just iTunes or whatever, downloaded stuff. Do you feel like they need to go back to vinyl, go back to CDs, or you think you could actually make a way in the game today just off digital?
I think you can make a way off of digital. I think it's mainly based on what you're using though, because you know if they using their laptop, but they go get some like Pioneer 1000s, you know, with a good mixer, they could still, you know, be A1. Or even if they go and get vinyl with it, you know, I think they can make a way.
And as far as with social media in today's day and age, as far as being a DJ, how do you feel important is it for social media to kind of, you know, everybody on Snapchat, everybody's on, you know, doing some kind of viral video showing that how they working. How do you feel about social media coming to play as far as a DJ?
I love it, man. It's a good way to connect with people that's not in your area. You know, like somebody might be in another city, but they may not be able to come and hear you DJ. But you know, me dropping a mixtape, tweet it out to them. You know, they might actually check it out, and then they might set up a situation where I can come to their city and DJ. That's actually how I got a couple gigs in Lubbock, was because of my mixtapes like that. So I think social media is, you know, A1 right now.
What's one thing about DJing that people may not know? Like, you know, as far as you actually going out and grinding and all that, what's one thing that they might not see? You know what I'm saying?
Shit, man, it's more work than what they think. They think that we just, you know, we got it easy. We just come in, we just play a record and it's all good. No, you gotta take the shit from your house, put it in the car, get to the club, set it up, DJ for hours. Then after that, wait for the niggas to pay you. Then you gotta take everything back to your car, and then you gotta load everything back into the crib. Like that's a lot of work, man. I'll be beat after the gigs.
That's a lot of work, man. With that said, to the artists that's come trying to, you know, approach you and, you know, get in good with you, what kind of drink you want them to bring you, man?
Crown Apple with Sprite.
Y'all hear that? Crown Apple with Sprite for this man.
How does it feel when you find a record that you know only you know about and you're getting ready to break it?
I'm stingy with it, man. And then that, like, records like that is what makes me want to drop a mixtape, you know? Because sometimes I can't just drop a mixtape just because a couple records are out right now. I got to be just certain ones that make me feel a type of way. And when I get ones that I know people don't know about that jam, I'm just like, yeah, it's about time for me to drop another mixtape on their ass. Yeah.
So where do you go to find the new hottest music?
I go everywhere. Sometimes I search on Twitter to see what the world's talking about, and then I'll go to Google and just start typing in stuff. I can't give everybody my secret stuff, but I use every source I can though.
Who wins the Super Bowl?
Man, I hope it end up, you know, I hope I get to see the Panthers versus the Broncos. I'd love to see Cam Newton get him one.
Real talk. Yeah, me too. And who are you gonna vote for?
I don't know, man. I've been thinking about that for the last 4 months. I don't know. Ain't nobody really just caught my attention yet, so I guess we'll see when the time gets closer. Not Donald Trump, though.
That's everybody. Not Trump, though. Where do you see the DJ D-Money global brand in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, I see me in a suit and tie, having some youngsters that work just as hard as me back in the day, you know, but helping them to become better than me, and me just playing like the Lucius Lyon role, you know, in the back, you know, running the empire. So,
is there any shout outs you want to kick?
Fuck Ryan ESL. He didn't shout me out in his interview. Nah, that's my boy, man. Shout out the whole squad. Shout out Ryan ESL, B Cheek, J Buzz, Mike, You know, shout out the whole squad in San Angelo, man. Everybody that's been supporting me. Shout out Erica. That's my girl. What's going down?
Real
it's
nigga,
pretty
shout out his
legit.
lady.
Hey, you know what I'm talking about. Hey, I wouldn't have did that a couple years ago. She know too. She knows she should feel special.
So if anybody want to get in contact with you or book you for a show, how they reach you?
They can email me djdmoneyglobal@gmail.com or follow me on all social media networks at djdmoneyglobal.
Well, DJ D Money, you are a real street star, and we do salute you, sir. Thank you for coming.
Already. Back on that ass 17.5 coming soon.
Back on that ass. Tell them again.
Back on that ass 17.5 coming soon. Be on the lookout for that.
Real life street stars. Let's go.